What's a beholder's favorite food?
What?
Ice cream.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was trying real hard to figure it out.
The table is dissatisfied.
Everyone is just, nobody
The table did not like that.
They didn't like that. We're scratch. Where can I get scratch?
Yeah. Well. Yep. Hey, everybody! Welcome back to the table. Thank you for joining us this fine Friday evening. I had to think about what day it was. This has been.
It's 901 day.
It is 901 day. Happy 901 day.
It is 901. I had to think about
Shelby
that
Drive,
too.
look alive.
What's 901 day?
And no more for copyright strikes.
September 1st.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that makes
901.
sense.
901.
Careful on copyright.
Huh.
Anyways, hope you're all having a fantastic evening. It's been a minute since we have graced your screens with our presence. We had a bit of a COVID scare, which ended up being fine, and that's how we would. We're glad it turned out that way, but we wanted to be better safe than sorry. So we missed a week, and of course, when you only do a session every other week, it ends up being a month before we play again. So, apologize for the delays there, but we have had Baldur's Gate 3 to like kind of tide us over in the meantime. I've been really enjoying it with Jamie, and James and Mike have been playing through it. How's y'all's playthroughs going?
It's been very fun.
Yeah?
Getting slaughtered and then learning how to do it again and not get slaughtered.
Has it helped, like, do you feel like it's played in or changed the way you're like gonna approach actual D&D, like just from being in that environment? And
It's going to change how I play other video games. I can't act like I have a chain gun in every game. So
Maybe you
Sure.
like character creation and fleshing out characters and stuff like that.
The
Like,
character creator was awesome.
Yeah, and then like the party NPCs are just like, there's so much to them. It's like incredible.
Yeah,
Everyone has their issues and
the
their
depth.
things, and yeah, it's like,
I wish you could add like mannerisms when you're making a character there. Like, you know, if you level, I'll use a stereo example. You level him up, you know, he kind of looks at you confused a bit, then he smiles and just lowers his hands to the side, like, "Yep, it's me, bitch." You know? I wish I could make my character like sassy character, you know, add it in or something.
I don't know about that because Mike scared Asterion off as soon as we started.
The beginning, yeah.
Apparently, being a paranoid person who just crashed off of an alien ship, like holding a knife to you is an unforgivable sin right out of the gate.
Right.
And
No takebacks.
it won't stand.
no take.
Asterion, you have to go. Who knows what happened to that guy? Yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun. I can't believe it's been 3 years since the early access came out.
Been that long? Wow.
That's what I was telling Kira on the way over here. It's like, I don't think there's ever been a game that I've gotten more for my money in my entire life. Like, I'm creeping up on 300 hours on this game
It's a lot of hours.
between early access and this. And it is a $60 game I bought 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So
I just know in one of my next playthroughs, I'm going to need some fire resist potions for car lag.
funny thing you mentioned about the fire resist thing. If you've been looking at any of the videos on our channels, there's a great video that pertains to exactly that I had to learn the hard way about fire resist and being a paladin and wearing metal.
Did you say on this YouTube channel?
It is on this very channel. It was pretty funny though. It's the what would we name it? Can't Take the Heat Reverse Edition.
Some meme thing. It's very memey. All caps, parentheses at the end.
So after the stream, go watch it.
It's 45 seconds.
Or if you have 2 monitors, you just...
Yeah. All right. So announcements. I don't really have any. It's been a month. No, I'm just kidding. So first off, the Covington Comic-Con was awesome. We had a good time. Me and Kira were able to make it out there.
Got that shirt?
I got this super sweet shirt. Kira got a shirt.
We sold these shirts?
Had that shirt. Yep. We're gonna have to collab on some Cloak and Stagger shirts. I'd buy one.
And I sold a lot of 3D print stuff, so thank you a lot to, if you're watching, if you came down. We're planning on doing more. We are signing up to do the Haywood County Comic-Con. That's going to be in March, so we've still got a while.
Where's Haywood?
That's like Brownsville?
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
It's near Covington. It's
Okay.
like the next one up. So
Dude, all these Comic-Cons. Who knew?
it's going to be smaller, we imagine, but
Yeah.
still, it's.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
We met a guy that was on The Walking Dead there too. He was really nice.
Santiago.
Santiago.
Yeah.
I was about to say Salvador.
Yeah.
Close.
He
was a nice guy.
Right there. He was very nice.
He was in like 4 episodes.
Yeah, he was in the prison.
Yeah.
He was with Rick.
Right.
So that was kind of cool. And like the Ghostbuster stuff was there. That was really neat. And there was a bunch of people selling like really cool art and stuff that they made. Like you were selling your 3D printed stuff. They had people selling their paintings and drawings and stuff like that.
I
It was
got
really
2
cool.
gnomes for my reading rooms, Harry Potter gnomes.
Yeah.
They're really cute.
I met another nice guy, Brandon, who has a similar 3D printing operation. He had some really high quality stuff. We chatted a lot. I bought some stuff from him.
It's all about the networking.
Yes, I learned some valuable stuff from him.
Jamie loves networking.
Love networking. Absolutely.
It's it's his favorite part of what we do.
You network a lot at the Bengals fans meetups.
Hey, they're going to do great things this year.
Love them Bengals. Hell yeah.
This is the year. Super Bowl.
Mr. Burrow.
18-0.
He's taking us to the Super Bowl. When I say
Undefeated.
us, I mean them. How about them Cowboys? Anyways.
Trey
Alright.
Lance, everyone.
Yeah.
Trey
You know what? We're not going to get off on a football tangent today. We're here to play D&D. Dang it. It's been a month. So I know it's been a month, but who would like to give the recap? I'll trade you inspiration for a recap from the last time we
If no
played.
one else can, then I will.
The note queen.
I actually don't really have many notes at all for last week.
Really? I
I
believe in you still.
have 1 sentence
Perfect. All right.
here.
And it's all in the head. That's right. All you need is a reminder.
So last session we started out and we were locked inside of the it's just like a room, and then there was an adjoining room. And so we were all really tired because we'd just been fighting, and so we were like, you know what, we're just gonna go to bed. We're gonna try and, take this up tomorrow morning.
We had a plan. A plan just in case stuff happened.
Yeah. Jamie set off, Colt set off a silent alarm thing in his brain, and he was like, if y'all fine, it's gonna ping me. So we're normal people. We decide, let's go to bed. I was very rudely awoken by some ting 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 ting,
Oh yeah.
and from Colt.
I was working hard.
And I was like, sir, can you not? And so then he went and went to the other room that was adjoining, and he was still ting ting tinging on away. So yeah, because he had a fever dream, with his book, and he learned a bunch of stuff. So, well, you learned a bunch because we leveled up.
Oh yeah.
His book had glowing things, and then I think you had a fever dream. You had a fever
It
dream.
was like an ayahuasca.
Strange. I slept
Everyone.
fine other than being woken up from cold. So then the next morning they were like, how are we going to get out of here? And I was like, please help me. And, I was praying, and I was, got some extra little strength in me, knocked the door completely off, destroyed it. So then we were leaving, and we didn't end up getting the armor you wanted because it was like something was jammed up under something, and just no.
He's gross.
So then we decided we were going to go through the caves to get out. So we're looking, we find some whiskey. I said I'm going to carry one for myself. I'm going to show it to the guy and be like, hey, look, it's yours. Okay, great. I'm finder's fee. This is now mine. I just wanted to show you that it was here. We also found a boat, and Colt fixed it up for us. And
The hero of Saltmarsh.
we found a bunch of gold, I want to say. We found, I found my new scale mail.
We found 18 gold.
We found, what else? I mean, really, that's about it. So,
Found a weird pipe.
Pipe, stone, and magical.
we found a pipe? I don't remember the pipe.
It was like in the water
Colt
under the
found it.
boat.
Found it.
Oh, that's right.
It was in a
yeah,
box.
That's right.
You smoke and it like shows a memory you want to share. I think,
Yeah.
Something like that.
Mm.
That is right. I
Drugs.
forgot all about that. Good call.
It shows your heroic achievements.
That I think I gave it to one of y'all. I was like, anyone want this pipe?
Yeah, you have the pipe.
None of y'all took it from me. I found out.
Who else has a heroic achievement more heroic than the hero of Saltmarsh?
I'm gonna see if I get I'll track some of my future achievements.
We had a
Unlock
very
one new smoke.
we had a very long, drawn-out conversation regarding what would happen if we poured the whiskey into the bag of holding.
Oh, you did.
That.
And about scooping it out, and there was discussion about like measurements. How does
The
it get out
physics
of
of it.
there? And is it just floating like
It's that
it's in
Always
space?
Sunny episode. The selling the gas. Like,
Yeah.
Out of the
just watching it.
So then we went back to Saltmarsh, and it was a struggle for me to like row correctly, and then we had to go in for landing
God, we
essentially,
made
and
it.
I fudged up there too, and the guy was yelling at us. And I think Red paid the
We paid 5
dock
gold for
fee.
2 days.
And
From,
that's
to the crusty, salty sea dog.
where we are. We're getting off the boat, and we're ready to go see the dude.
And our boat's the SS Fin.
That's right. I remember that now.
It's a jolly boat.
Yeah.
It's got some drive-out tags taped to the back of it.
It's like kind of, they're like this on the sun.
That was fantastic. Yes, that was very thorough, and I appreciate that. Inspiration.
Thank you.
You know, but you
Will
use
you
it or lose
also make roll a d20 for me and add your wisdom? Make a wisdom roll for me.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is this a D20? No.
That's D12.
It's a 12.
Barbarian dies.
It has been a minute since we played. what?
I've just been clicking a d20 for the
Yeah, I've
past
been clicking.
3 weeks.
Add my wisdom, you said?
Yeah.
This is
Wisdom
much
on?
better.
Uh,
Man, that's playing hard mode using a 12 on a 20 roll.
so wisdom, it's not like a acrobatics, it's just the wisdom one, right?
+4.
19.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you. All right.
What was the point of that?
Who's to say?
Nothing bad happened.
I hope that a high
That was
number
the
was
point.
good.
Huh?
I hope a high number was good.
It's always good to be wise, right?
Sometimes it's good if nothing happens when you roll.
Yeah.
So,
You all
You
take
all-
19 damage.
Yeah.
you feel an ominous wind. You are all now, you've just paid, what'd you call him? Dusty Dan or something?
Crusty, salty sea dog. I don't think we got a name.
You
Or if we
didn't.
did, yeah.
But it's
that
now
guy.
Dusty Dan.
That's that
Yeah.
guy.
Dusty Dan.
You paid him to,
Watch the boats, right?
yeah.
You
to
paid him
go
extra
try
to make sure
5
no one
gold, 2
messes with
days.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dusty.
And so he was very quickly distracted by other vessels coming into port. And you are all standing just on the busy Saltmarsh docks. It is late afternoon. The sun is hanging a bit low in the sky. But as most of you are well aware, it's very rare that the docks completely just die down. There's always something going on here. So although you do see a lot of the shopkeepers and things like that closing down and getting ready to head home for the day, there's still a lot of people walking around. And I'm gonna throw it over to you guys. What would you like to do?
Do we have anything in the boat with us? Do we have whiskey?
I've got.
We brought a lot of alcohol.
Yeah. I remember I specifically wanted one for myself because I was going to give away, or had to give you something that weighed 3 pounds because I couldn't carry it and not be encumbered. So I've got my own whiskey because I said we could have family night at my house and we would have like
Yes.
cocktail hours.
Did those barrels have any identifying markings
They
on
did.
them? I don't remember. Okay, they did.
It was the dude symbol.
It was the Saints looking symbol.
The fleur de lis.
Is that a symbol we're familiar with in town? Like, should we know that belongs to a shop here or something?
I thought that was the
It's-
guy's name.
It's the Primwater
Primwater. Yeah.
in house crest.
So selling it's out of the question. It sounds like.
I don't want to sell it.
And just to refresh, Primwater owned that restaurant, right?
He didn't own that restaurant, but he owns
council or
multiple
something?
businesses in the town, specifically dealing with like textiles and lumber and things like that.
He's
got
like
his
an
hands.
honest business guy, though.
Yeah, he's an entrepreneur, if you'd say, but he is also one of the tenured council
I was
members.
about to say, he's the man, right? He's the government.
But he is the one that was hosting the party, celebrating our great hero, Colt.
He's the guy who likes to like. He's like, look at me. I'm part of this thing. He's like one of those guys.
He is a bit of a peacock, yes.
Okay, in that case.
Yes.
All right, we have man, I feel like we're on that boat for a long time. We have a lot of wine there that I said we don't deal with that right now. I don't know the legalese behind trying to carry marked barrels through town. Don't worry about that right now. You paid the man to watch our stuff for a few days, right?
Well, he will watch the boat, yes. The boat will be there for 2 days.
And we covered that. We covered that boat, didn't we?
Figuratively.
Okay, good enough.
You look back, it is not covered.
We didn't cover it.
The boat is covered in a sense, but not literally, no. It's not.
We should know how
covered.
security works down here. Like,
I
what's
think-
the likelihood if we left something like that, someone just walks up and goes, "Oh shit," and then just takes it and walks off?
Tell you what, make a history check for me, and I'd say make it with advantage, being that you are down on the docks a lot.
That was a good roll. That was a
Better roll. I got a nat 20.
All right, you're very familiar with how everything works down here. It is not necessarily a dangerous place to be, and you are not always necessarily at risk of being like mugged or anything like that, or having your stuff stolen. But the scales of that tip depending on who you are, how well you're known, and who you know. It doesn't take much to pay off people. You know that, especially in a town like Saltmarsh that has roots in being a very, traditionalist, smuggling, things like that. People often value the coin more than anything else. So it's kind of a toss-up.
Can we make the argument that a 5 gold tip warrants like a good, nice protection from a dockmaster, so your chances dramatically decrease of being robbed?
I think that could be argued, but again, it's hard to say what someone's price is.
Aramil, we should we should get a cart. Let's load this up and take it to your place.
Okay.
You gonna do that first?
And we could split. We could split up Scooby-Doo. We could do this and do that. We need to report to the guy at the place and let him know, hey, no one's there anymore.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Cleared
I
out
just-
the alchemist house.
I just didn't want to leave, I keep looking back at the boat.
Yeah, we should split up. Well, 2 of us can do that. 2 of us can do that.
Okay, who wants to do what then? You
Well, I imagine
volunteers?
I need to go to my house since I have.
So you're on wine duty. One more?
You know. And he's your servant, so
He
That's
is
true, you-
Not my servant.
But you are probably the strongest out of the group, right? Besides you.
She pushed the door off its hinges, man. You serious?
Well, besides you, obviously. You're number 1.
She like Kill Bill that thing.
I did.
Yeah. You're like a 18 or a 19. I'm like an 11.
Google, you don't have to be on wine duty if you don't want to.
No, I will be more than happy to help load up and make sure all the merchandise is taken care of.
All right, you guys have just easy access to a card, or should we pull some money
I'm
for
sure
that?
there's one like right over there.
We can't just take a card. You don't know if right. You can't just.
You could ask
No.
Dusty Dan. You're like, can I grab a card?
I don't
Dusty
think we
Dan?
should bother him again. He looks.
For a gold, I bet he'd get you anything.
You turn around and see Dusty Dan. He is just laying into somebody who is trying to pull in and park their boat. Like the boat's supposed to come in this way, and they're trying to put it in this way. And you just see him say, "Turn it around! Turn it around!"
And the guy's on the bow with like a folding chair, about to swing at him.
Yeah, it's
great.
quite the scene. People are starting to stop and watch.
I'll tell you what. You two can figure that out, right? You got that covered.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you guys gonna bring Prim water to us then? Like, hey, we've got a bunch of stuff. Come see it.
I wasn't gonna. I don't think we should talk to Premwater. I don't. He strikes me as a bit of a.
Isn't he the one who's paying us to go do this?
Anders.
Anders.
The
Yeah, you're
captain
gonna go
of the
get
guard.
Anders to.
I was gonna go talk to him.
Okay.
You want me to bring him?
Well,
We need to discuss how much
We'll talk
we're
to
turning over.
We'll talk to the authorities first.
Yeah, we'll see where he wants to go. He might come
Okay.
with us. He might not. It's kind of late already. I'll look up the sunset again.
We should probably be generic. Like, we got some things. and we can look at them.
Yeah, I'll follow your lead on that.
But we need all the charts and the books and all that stuff.
Oh, that's right.
I got
Who has those? Someone has those, right?
Me.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
we need
Naval
them.
charts.
Books, the code letters, the words, all that stuff.
I got a book that's irrelevant. I think metaphysics and mathematics.
I have 2 books.
I've
A
got my-
mysterious book with the skull on the spine, a journal, and the
Probably keep that on the DL.
Ye Secret of Ye Philosopher's Stone.
Keep that on the DL.
Yeah, let's leave the Philosopher's Stone out of it.
Those are still in the bottom.
And the skull-bound book, you think so? Well, there might be evidence as to what we're dealing with, but if you think we should leave it, I believe you read. Is there anything else we need to take? You need to give us, Aaron?
Just the evidence
Aelin?
of all
Say
the.
Aaron.
Yeah, I think that's it.
So you guys are taking those now.
Yeah, because we need just evidence of what's going on there and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
he gives me the book. Now put it in my
books,
bag.
the charts, all that. Yeah.
The signals, and then I think I had something also where it was like a parchment and goblin, and it was like
Yeah.
punch something. It was like choo choo
Yeah,
choo.
the title
like,
charts.
It was like
the-
basic commands,
Yeah.
is what it
Yeah.
looked like.
Yeah. So I give that to you as well.
Oh, do we have that? There was a signal lantern or something too, right? Signal lamp. Who has that? We don't need to take that with us. We can just tell them about that, right? Okay.
You could assume you need a lamp to.
Yeah, signal some folks out. Okay, I think we're good then. So,
And we can be like, it's with them. We thought it was irrelevant. Because
Aelin,
it's just a lamp.
can you mark down where you live again for me?
Yeah, maybe like a number.
So Aelin stays.
I think they're outside of town.
They're
It's
outside
like
of
down here
town.
somewhere, right?
Are
It
there-
is, yeah, down that way.
Alright.
Are those streets safe at night when we head?
Yeah,
it might be
those-
dark by the time we're done.
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, I feel like we could take care of ourselves.
You know what? You are right, and I'll just tap my chest twice and make the metal clang twice. I am ready. All right. So I guess we split. Good luck, y'all, and we'll be back maybe with Anders, maybe not, but we'll have a report.
Sounds good.
Part ways.
Okay, so who's going where?
We're going to the Anders house with
yeah.
our stuff.
You going to his house?
Well,
The court.
at this time of day, I feel like I should know this. Is government council still in session, or are they starting to go home for the day?
I'm sure the fuzz is always there at work, right? At the station.
I thought I smelled bacon.
The captain of the guard's always on.
It varies. It depends on what's going on in the town.
Okay. I guess we try the government place.
Well, I mean,
first. Town hall.
Anders
Town hall,
is
yeah.
a council member.
Yeah.
Or the
Yes.
council members hall.
We'll lead off a town hall.
Elander is the guard. Elander.
Eleander.
Eleander it is.
All right, and Aelin and Kugal.
Google, do you want to stay with the stuff while I go get us a cart?
Yes, ma'am.
I go get us a cart.
Okay.
Let me know how much money I need to spend.
You have a brief interaction with somebody who is looks like they're kind of closing down or in the process of it. That has carts that they tell you it's 20 silver.
No, it's not bad.
Borrow the cart
Thank you.
Good
And
deal.
when is it due back? Tomorrow? Is it a 2-day rental?
tomorrow. Yeah.
Tomorrow. Okay.
And so you're going back to the boat. Y'all are loading everything up and taking it to
The house.
Aelin and Kugal's crib.
That's right.
All right.
Episode of Cribs is gonna be great with all the booze.
Sure is.
This is where all the magic happens.
Damn it. So, Red and Colt, you all make your way back into town. Again, nothing out of the ordinary here. The town itself, the mood in the town seems about how it normally is. And you eventually make your way to the town hall. You see the large building. Here, I'll pull it back up here.
Oh, that mean lady's in there, but I think she likes me.
She just didn't like me. And I didn't like her.
And you see the large front facade of the council hall. And as you approach, you see still a couple people kind of filtering out of it. You don't really see anybody else going in at the moment, though.
Okay, we just walk on in.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're the hero. You can.
Well,
You don't need an appointment.
That's not true. No one is above the protocol, Red.
Are you gonna be jealous that we will all be now heroes of Saltmarsh because we did this? So we'll all be like equal.
I don't know if that's even a title. I don't know why you. Do you want? You take a point on this. Actually, you're talking to Anders. You're a charismatic fellow. I'm gonna leave it to you. I'll talk to the receptionist if you want.
Oh, you
All right.
bring a date tonight.
No, she. You see how old that woman is?
I just start walking in.
DJ nothing but a number, baby.
That's right. You hear
That's right.
you hear Red kind of chuckle under his breath as he turns and walks away from you. You approach the front door. It opens easily. You make your way in. You still see probably a handful of people lingering around in here, a couple sitting down on the benches. It is far less crammed than it was originally when you came in here. But sitting behind the front desk is a familiar face, kind of an older woman with kind of whitish gray hair, dusky white gray hair, with a kind of a almost like one of those quilted shawls over her shoulder, glasses with the little pearl beads going around the necklace, the hair kind of wisping down a little bit in front of her.
That's
Yep.
Mike Wazowski.
always watching.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I'm glad I painted that picture so well.
Yeah, all of us had the same. Wow.
I'm DMing.
Yeah.
She looks up to both of you and says, how can I help you?
Yes, we're here to report to Anders on his assignment that he gave us.
All right, your name?
We are the hero of Saltmarsh, Colt, and I'm Redimir.
Hello again, ma'am. I'll nod at her.
She like pushes her glasses up and looks at you.
I just lean back slightly.
Hero of Saltmarsh.
No, ma'am, that's a.
Remember the guy who fixed the boat the other day and saved all those people in the water?
Oh,
You're in the presence of greatness.
That's.
you're the ones that just came in here demanding to see somebody without an appointment.
Yes,
I assume
and-
you're here to do the same today then.
We do need to follow up
No, ma'am,
with
not
Anders
necessarily.
on his assignment.
Do you have an appointment?
Yes, we do. It's now.
It's a standing.
You see her
It's a standing
pull out
appointment.
a book that she clearly just closed and put to the side.
Yes. I believe we had a 3-day rotation appointment. It's not lying. So to speak.
She takes the book and opens it,
stretching
and you
the
see her like flipping through it. I don't see a hero of Saltmarsh in here.
Maybe Coulter, right?
Maybe
And then
Cult
what's
of
your
Truthin, maybe.
Your surname? Yeah.
How many aliases do you people have?
It would be a party of 4 originally.
Only one, ma'am.
Cult?
Hero of Saltmarsh would be another.
I don't see an appointment here, is what I'm telling you.
We had 3 days to come back.
Well, it was more of a.
It's like a standing appointment. Like we're to present ourselves when we return.
Who you said you're here to see Anders?
Anders, yes. Is he in?
Hold on. You see her turn again and yell back down the hallway for the other assistant
Oh, I wince at that.
to come back out.
I'll send a message to Colt and be like, "This is more difficult than the alchemist house."
Colt, make a perception check for me.
Oh, that's low, man. That's like a 11.
Okay. You see that when she yells out, "Bree!" about 5 or 6 people that are still in there like jump, like get startled real quick because it goes from so quiet and that voice just cuts through the silence like a knife.
I jumped too.
You see then Bree, the same kind of young human girl that was there before, that almost seems like she's training to replace Erdl at some point in time. And she looks even more stressed out than probably anybody else in there. Again, kind of brown hair disheveled a bit, but tied back up into a messy bun. Kind of some mediocre quality like dress on, and she has like 3 books in her hand and runs out. What? Yes, Erdl. And you hear kind of this exchange go back and forth between them, and she looks and sees you and says, Coulter, yeah, I believe, and she takes the books and like lays them on the counter and is kind of flipping through them. Erdl, they didn't have an appointment, but Anders specifically said that he wanted to see them if they came back and see here, and like shows her like a note.
And here we are.
Thing.
We are here to see Anders.
And you see her just kind of. All right, you know what, Bree? I'm going home. You take care of it. And you see her like slam this book closed again, and you just hear her kind of grumbling. It can't be that much later than when she was supposed to go home, but you would think it's like 3 hours past her time.
It's 5:02.
Right. She's worked here for too long.
Have a great evening.
Bree leans into both of you and says, the council is actually having a...
Have the zoomies.
That's actually Bree. That's Erdl pushing people out of the way. Going home. She says, the council is actually still in session. All of the main members are here. They're having quite the debate. So please come with me, and I will let them know that you're here.
All right, then. I guess.
Yes,
Sure.
thank you. You're a fresh breath of fresh air. Yes. Compared to something.
Thank you. It's nice of you to say.
That one.
Camera pan over to Kubal and Aelin. At this point, you've gotten pretty much all of the items that you were able to take away from the haunted house. Loaded up onto the cart, and you are making your way through the town. Again, nothing crazy going on. The cart itself that you got, of course, you got the one with the one wobbly wheel that's kind of like flipping out about every 30 feet or so. So you kind of got to catch it every now and again. And you have no issues making your way through town, and you come up to the gatehouse where number 1 there, where there is a guard standing duty, and it's dead. Nobody's coming in or out at the moment. And as he sees you approach, he kind of holds up one hand and says, just a moment. What's your business leaving the city?
Going to my house.
You don't know this guard. You've not seen him before. Successful day in the city? Kind of, you see him looking at your goods there.
Well, I'm an adventurer, actually, and it was a great adventure. It was our first one. Well, two of us are actually, what is it, the town hall? I don't know what it's called. The council. Two of them are at the council, reporting back to Anders, and I'm just taking this back to the house.
No,
Our findings.
big shot.
I'm honestly very flattered by that. Thank you so much. Yes. Again, I'm new here. It's the first time. Not new in the city, but new at adventuring.
You see him, he's just kind of eyeballing all your stuff. It's almost like he's inspecting it some kind of
I'm
way.
gonna give him like, so are you new here?
At this post, yeah. And then at that point you hear from above you, from a window, "No way!"
That's what I was waiting.
Bruh.
Your eyes are drawn upward and kind
Trevor.
of like
No.
from the waist
Derek.
out, hanging over the edge is Derek looking down at you. Helen,
Hey, Derek.
how'd you get back in the city?
Well, I was just actually telling. I didn't catch your name. I was letting the new guy know about. We just got back from our first adventure.
That's sick.
Right?
Hold on 1 minute. I'm gonna be right there. Yeah, you hear like this shuffling,
Clanging of armor.
and eventually, the door to this kind of this like 3-story building is just like flung open, and he kind of like stumbles out, and he's like, "How was the adventure?"
It was so awesome. We honestly, we kind of got locked in a room, but it was fine. We got out. We learned a lot.
Who locked you in the room?
This jerk. Until we're half of us are talking to the council right now, and then if they say we're allowed to talk about it, I'll give you all of the tea. I promise.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You know I'm all about the tea.
Yeah.
Speaking of tea, you were out like adventuring. Did you get any of the, what we talked about?
Do I have any of the house still?
You're not sure. You might.
Let me check it. I might have some still at the house.
Suck. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you are safe and sound.
Yeah.
And you are awesome too. What's your name?
Bro, we've met.
You see, there's just
Dude,
it's
you
just
don't remember Google?
the eyes that you're looking into. It's just vibes.
Derek, you don't remember Google?
Cougs, what's up, bro?
Everything's great, man.
Were you on the? You was on the adventure too.
He was.
Was he locked in the? Did you get locked in the room as well?
Totes.
That's the one detail.
Oh, that's awesome. One day I'm gonna be an adventurer too,
I'm sure,
but
yeah.
until then, I'm just gonna adventure these waves.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, sick.
We'll
Hey,
be right there with you, bro.
hey, they're good. Let them throw. And you see the guy. He's still he's not making eye contact with anybody. He's just looking off in the distance, just
Willing him to shut up.
let me get through this interaction. And he kind of just moves out of the way. And you all make your way out of the city. And you travel for probably another 15 minutes or so. And the lights of the city start to dim. The sun is now almost all the way down. And you can kind of start to see the stars a bit more now. The sound of the animals and the bugs and the kind of the wildlife are starting to overtake the sounds of the city. And after about 10-15 minutes, you see your small but humble abode in the distance.
Perfect.
Okay. Anything you're doing before you, what are you doing as you approach the house?
Just talking, shooting the shit with Google. Google, if we have a little downtime, I might see if maybe we can either, I don't know if y'all want to go or not, but I think I might maybe go on a run, maybe to get some more tea leaves, or maybe if there's just something in town going on. I maybe
My schedule's pretty open. Just let me know.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
I work for you.
We've just got our own business here.
I have some pokers in the fire. But no,
We're a well
What a quaint
running
house!
machine.
What a quaint house you have.
Isn't it really cute?
I mean, you don't know that I said that too.
In spirit. All right. Panning back over to Colt and Red. Back in the council hall here. You approach a set of double doors. So if you remember kind of the layout of this building, there is kind of a central outdoor courtyard with like some benches and things like that. Think almost like Parks and Rec. They have that little area that they sit in the middle of the city hall, where all of the other offices and things like that are around the perimeter. And on the back is where the primary like council hall is. And so you approach this set of double doors, and Bree pauses for a moment and kind of turns to you and asks, basically kind of hang out here for just a second. Let me let them know that you're here. So you see her kind of knock a few times on the door, go in. She doesn't fully, you can kind of see her foot still kind of sticking out in the hallway there. And you can hear what sounds like some pretty serious debate lording type stuff going on in there. You hear the word like smuggling come up. You hear the people arguing about something to do with the crown, and just it's kind of this back and forth argument that seems to be going on.
I'll lean in to whisper. I'm whispering. Are you ready to talk to the full council?
Yeah, if we don't have a choice, yeah. I thought you wanted to take point, though. You're not going to do it?
I was just saying, are you ready?
Oh, yeah, as ready as I can be, I hope.
Yes, we got this.
Okay. So a few moments go by, and you hear the arguing kind of die down a bit. And Bree turns back to you and says, "All right, they're ready for you. Please come in." She sort of opens the door for you.
It's kind of, I don't know if we had to talk to all, and then as I'm walking the door, like, hello, everybody. And just give a quick wave.
Doing great.
Great start. Yeah.
We're doing all
So walking into the room itself, it's very similar to the rest of the building. It's not overly gaudy or decorated or anything. It's mainly just, some decent tables kind of arranged in a semicircle, almost like a one and one. And sitting around those tables are a few faces that you are familiar with, and a few that you assume you think you know who they are, but have never seen them necessarily in person. There are 5 people sitting in front of you, and then you hear the sound of the door close behind you as Bree gently closes the door and leaves, and you hear a familiar voice and see Anders stand up and say, "I am so glad to see your face."
Good to see you too,
Yes.
Mr. Anders.
Leave a day early, if not. My math is right.
And you hear another voice speak up, and looking over, you see Eleander Equell sort of speak up and say, "Well, isn't it Coulter Truthen?
The hero of Saltmarsh.
So they say."
That is me. Hello, Mr. Inkwell.
How are you? How's the family?
Fantastic. But Red, if you don't mind, we had please, we come with important.
Yes, we
stuff
have
here.
a report on the Alchemist House situation. It may be...
So Anders kind of speaks up and says, if you will, I need to sort of, let me set you up, so to speak. as you have all been aware, there has been suspicion of smuggling going on that needs to be quashed. And so I had gotten word that there may have been some issues at the old house on the hill. And so I tasked our fine friends here to go and check it out for us, as to not misappropriate the city's watch, and kind of get to the bottom and make sure there wasn't anything that we really need to be worried about. So, with that being said, Redimir, you were saying?
Yes, to keep it short, there were a group of smugglers there. We have proof of logs and shipping records and ins and outs of how to navigate through tidal traffic and signals and stuff. There were equipment, boxes, things going in and out. The rumors of it being haunted were also true. There was a spirit there. The old alchemist himself. We destroyed. So the house is no longer haunted.
You hear Eleander speak up and interrupt you and say, "Haunted? Get the fuck out of here."
Show him the rib. Yeah, the gold rib.
Oh, that's right. I guess I brought that with me. Yeah, I took one of those, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
I'll let out a long sigh as he guffaws at this tale and just pull my pack in front of me, just with this big old disappointed frown on my face, and just reach in, take out this solid gold rib and just hold it up like this, just staring at it.
And you hear the single dwarf in the room speak up and say, "And what, pray tell, is that?"
Well, my friend, it is a rib, completely encased in gold.
"And this speaks to spirits how?"
Red?
They were there under control of the spirit, the alchemist. Combined with the... You pull out all the...
I start pulling all his naval charts. I take a book. I'll set it on the table. The book Hugal gave me. I forget which one.
Is it the erotic poetry?
No, I've got you. It's my smutty poetry.
What else?
You also have the stone.
The lucky stone?
The stone that was around the neck.
Would the pipe be able to do anything?
No, I think they'll just see it and go, "Oh, nice pipe." Why? I don't think they'll care about that. Well, I don't know if they're there with the stone as well.
Does it share memories?
The pipe does, yeah.
Oh, you know what? I don't know. Y'all might see this as a parlor trick, but just know I'm not really a magician. I'm more the inventy type, and I'll rub my gauntlet as I where the vials are. So know that this is not some weird hocus pocus. All right, and just bear with me for a moment, and I'll take that pipe of remembrance, and I will look at Red for a moment and say, "You got a light, Red? It might be better if we just show y'all what
There's
exactly
no
we saw."
smoking in the council chambers.
Well, I'm not really going to be smoking, is more so painting a picture, if that's all right. Just bear with me, please. I promise it'll be worth your time.
You see Anders kind of step forward a little bit and say, "Just let's hear him out, please." See, everybody just kind of sits back in their seats, and another person that you've seen there sitting there is Ada Oland, who's one of the other senior council members. Again, kind of an older, graying woman that definitely has the looks of somebody who's worked hard her whole life. She kind of crosses her arms and says, "I'm a bit interested in what this chap might say. Let's hear him out."
All right, well, I suppose I don't fully know how this thing works, but if it's what I think it is, I lean towards Red and it'll light up. This should show you exactly what we dealt with. No.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, you got this. You got it. You got it. You're gonna do great.
7.
That as somebody who does not smoke regularly,
Yeah.
and you take that first big inhale,
Oh, no.
you just it feels like you're just stabbed in the chest, and just cough, and just smoke kind of goes everywhere, and you hear the dwarf kind of chuckle off to the side, like, he's a lightweight.
I'm only doing this for you guys. Just hold on. Let me try again. Hold on. Okay.
Got it.
God damn. How do I
Take
have
two.
to do this?
Take two.
I'll do it again.
All right, make one more Constitution save. Do it with advantage this time. Now you know what to expect here.
10?
Actually, that doesn't. You feel that same feeling start to come on, but you gotta catch it right here in your chest, and you calm it, and then you are able to exhale normally. And can you read the description of the pipe of remembrance for
I
me,
can.
please?
It is in my equipment. Here it is, equipped. This long, delicate wooden pipe features a bowl made from smooth river stone. When the pipe is lit, smoke exhaled from it does not dissipate, instead lingering around the barrier. After 10 minutes, the smoke forms moving shapes that reenact the bear's most impressive and heroic achievements for 5 minutes. When this realistic performance is complete, smoke dissipates, and the pipe can't be used in this way again until next dawn.
Okay. So you exhale, and the smoke just kind of lingers. It's just hanging out.
And after I exhale, I, okay, alright. So, in just a short bit here, this smoke is going to tell you exactly what, well, it's not going to tell you, it's going to show you exactly what we've dealt with. But I can assure you that I don't know any other way to say it, and I'll just toss the golden bone onto the table. They were undead in there. There were a few.
Yes.
You,
One undead spirit.
You hear Eleander kind of chuckle again and say, so we're going to sit here and indulge someone coming in here and just smoking and then just asking us to hang out in the smoke and believe ghost stories. That's it. And at that point, Gellin Primwater actually cuts him off and says, my friend, we should hear this man out. He is, as you know, the hero of Saltmarsh.
Yes.
Are we going to just not at least give him a chance? Solmar over here sent him on a death march, pretty much.
We did clear out the group of smugglers that were in there. They're no longer there. The house is truly empty, spirit and mortals alike.
You hear Eleander sort of sigh. All right, well, while we wait, any other...
We did find
Details?
several boxes and goods of things. They are under supervision of the rest of our group, if further inspection is required. And I kind of like point to motion to Anders, like
And what type of goods?
cloth, alcohol, several things were there. We took what we could.
So, smuggling operation, goods on hand. You believe you found some way how they communicate.
Yes.
And he turns to everybody else and says, I believe we have enough evidence to say there's clearly a large smuggling ring happening right under our noses, and it needs to be dealt with.
Well, there's a name, too. There's the name, what was it,
Sambalay.
Sambalay mean anything to any of y'all?
I have not heard this name, no.
Bald man, about insert accurate height.
You kind of give a description.
Yeah.
Some sort of magic caster.
Magic caster.
Make a history check for me.
What's the plussy? It's going to be a 16.
So you do a pretty good job describing Sanbalay. And while nobody there knows or is familiar with that name, the description rings a bell with a couple of them. And said, yeah, we've heard of a magic-wielding smuggler of sorts, sort of causing a bit of an upstart in the smuggling world. All right. Well, in a few minutes pass, and you notice the smoke start to coalesce.
There you go. I'll point up at
And
it.
what would you like for it to show?
Since it's
And I'll say, let's do it like this. You have 3 frames, essentially. Like frame A, and it'll be animated, but like what is like the 3 scenes that you want to show, essentially?
okay. Scene 1
And
will
what
be.
does it look like?
Scene 1 will be when we entered the large like mess hall type room, and maybe it shows like a smoky version of me going through the door and looking, then an arrow sticking into me.
Okay.
And then I'll make it like bandits jumping out, and then Red and Aelin ducking under and slowly starting to move in,
Okay.
and then that'll dissipate. And then the next scene is when we go into the storage room that's in the caves, and then we're pursuing a bandit who led us there, and then others rise all around us, and like we're all 4 like back to back looking awesome, and like just kind of like getting ready to tank all these things coming out of small sides.
Okay.
Camera pan around.
Slow motion spin.
And then the third one, we'll be in a room, and there will be skeletons rising out of the ground, creeping towards us, and then another door that slowly shifts with a robed skeleton coming out with his hands raised,
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
as we're still combat positions, like slowly moving. I think those are good, right? Those will work.
Yes, those are great. This is what happened here, and then this, and then that. And there's me.
The room seems fairly split. You see a couple of kind of, we're looking at what, smoke stories here, type reactions, but then the majority, 3 of these 5, see, it's like they've kind of leaned forward almost. So you see Anders, you see Ada, and you see Gellin. All 3 kind of leaned forward, seemingly a little bit more invested, based on everything that has been presented now. And Anders speaks back up and says, "So, what do we all think?" Eleander stands up and says, "Well, whether or not what they're saying is true, they do have a decent amount of evidence, I would say. So, Colt, I will give you credit where credit's due. These items that you found, the what you said, the textiles, the cloth, and what else?"
What else did we find down there? It was the alcohol, the bolts of cloth, lots of books, charts, records. Were there any other trading things down there? Can you remember? I mean, we were just there.
I mean,
It
they
feels
had
like it was weeks ago.
signal lanterns. I remember that.
There was a signal lantern, yes. That would go with the charts, and I'm pointing as if people can see it, but I don't know if they... like the signal charts and the control words and stuff. There was a basic lantern.
We ended up locked in a room with undead. And by the time we came out, they had cleaned up their operation and tried to split. There was not much left.
No. No, would it be safe for regular guards to go there now, especially with the spirit? Is he still there? This guy gone.
It's still kind of hanging in the air, but it's starting to kind of dissipate a bit. Eleander leans forward and looks to you, Red, and says, "So, was there any identifying marks, anything like that on any of these items? Any clue as to where they might have come from?"
It's a good question. We did not see, correct me if I'm wrong, anything that says where they came from or where they were going. There were marks on some of the whiskey. There was some kind of branding on the crate, if I remember right. What did that...
I believe it was Mr. Primrose.
It was like the flower thing.
Yeah, his sigil. Yeah, it's Primrose. I got it wrong.
Primwater.
Primwater. Mr. Primwater.
The flower, and I would do like kind of like a... That one's like the,
Okay, you kind of draw it with your
yeah,
fingers
the
as
fleur
best
de
you
lis,
can.
I believe. Yes.
And Mr. Primwater sits up and says, "You're saying that my sigil was on these casks of brandy?"
Yes, they are under our rest of our group's protection if you would require physical inspection.
Someone's lifted a lot of your merch, it seems.
Maybe it's a counterfeit.
I did have a shipment of brandy that went missing about a month or so ago. Perhaps that's where it was. I would like to see this. Where, pray tell, is said brandy?
We have another crew with a cart. They were taking it to a safe place.
Yes, here in town. Well,
Hopefully
slightly
not
outside
in
of
their
town.
bellies.
I don't
Not
think so.
yet. Not when we left them.
We didn't want to we didn't want to leave it on our boat when we came here, so we had
Yes,
to kind of
we
split and make a
wanted
plan to someone
Keep it
guard
under
this.
protection, as
How-
it is evidence.
Much of this did you find?
Barrels.
More than we could carry. We took, what, 2 crates? A crate?
You had like the
There were-
casks, I think.
We had
Yeah,
like
we
the
had
cask. There were crates and several things left. More than we could carry in the little boat.
It was a good bit. It was pretty heavy.
It was worth going back to get. Of
I will
course.
pay you 100 gold to bring my brandy back to me.
All right, we can imagine we could make that happen.
And Anders kind of stands up and says, "And that will be in addition to the 200 gold that was promised to your group for finding, I would say, without a doubt, evidence that there's a larger smuggling ring happening here."
Well, that is the case, and I appreciate it. I love getting paid and whatnot.
Yes.
I'm a lot more concerned about the Walking Dead, sir. Did you have any reports of that in the past, or if any is that anything y'all have heard?
As you hear violins in the background.
I'm already stressed.
Yeah. There are always stories people bring us with ghosts, phantoms, and specters, ghouls, ghast, vampires. Who knows what's real and what isn't? I believe what you're saying. Where they came from, why they were animated dead. Was there something that had animated them? Were they cursed when they died? Who's to say? I would say that there's been no more than the normal amount of ghost stories being brought to our attention.
I see.
Would, just kind of in decorum listening, have they addressed each other, like, with a certain title, like the council members or something like that?
Yeah, so they all are just kind of on equal footing in terms of like hierarchy. You would know that, but so you would have Ada Oland, Gellin Primwater, Anders Solmar, Eleander Inkwell, and Manistrad Copperlocks is the dwarf that is sitting there.
Are they addressing each other, like, with first names, or are they saying, like, Councilman Primwater or stuff like that?
It's a
Or
mix.
kind of
It seems like when things get a bit more passionate, they go by first names.
Oh, sure.
And then when things have been more kind of relaxed and normal, it has been councilman or councilwoman last name.
Councilman Primwater, where do you want us to take these goods to you? And then Captain Eleander, do you need to look at this for evidence or anything? Is that, I like kind of point to them?
Eleander speaks up first and says, I believe you should bring them here. We can take a look at them, make sure there's nothing off, and then we can return Mr. Councilman Primwater's goods back over to him once everything has been cleared.
I kind of like to Primwater, like, that
You,
cool
you
with
see him
Like,
just,
I gotta-
oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Yes, all right.
You see Anders pull out a pouch that jingles with coin and set it on the table in front of you and says, the city of Saltmarsh appreciates your contribution, and we do pay our dues. So here is the 200 gold we agreed upon. You can count it if you'd like, but I assure you everything is there. That being said, you have proven yourselves quite capable, and although as of this very moment I'm not sure what our next steps are, I need to confer with my fellow council members. We will potentially be reaching back out to you to further assist in this. Would that be okay?
Absolutely. Mm.
Yes. I mean, we'll need some time to go get the stuff and come back and do that, so.
I'm not sure exactly where we'll be. I have a house here in town. We got some other members of our group got a house outside town. Oh, yeah, that's right. So yeah, we should be pretty easy to find. If not, leave a letter on the door or something.
I will have Urtel pull up your
Urtel.
address, and we will reach out to you there.
Works
Either
for
by
me.
letter, or we may send someone to get you.
Sure.
All right.
Would you like this left here?
And
We got naval charts and books all on the table.
Yeah.
A pipe.
It's evidence.
he
right?
said, he says,
Don't take the pipe, though.
please, if you would.
Yes.
All right, pick up the pipe. I'll leave the golden bone behind though.
Yeah, it's all.
Okay.
Don't forget the gold.
All right, I'll pick up the pouch. And I'll make sure the rest of our team gets this. Appreciate it.
Very good.
Thank you.
We will be in touch.
I'm gonna make a snide
Do like
comment
a-
on the way out. Yeah,
Yeah,
are we
that's
leaving
good.
now?
Yeah,
right.
we like bow and we leave.
I'll give like a quick like nod as I turn to walk, and I'll say, all right. And the next time we head out and there's a chance of undead, maybe I'll bring an extra person along to see if we can help corroborate. What's it? Corroborate.
Collaborate.
Corroborate. Corroborate a story together, and I'll kind of just glance towards Councilman Inkwell.
You see him roll his eyes. You almost hear the sound of his eyes just rolling.
That was quite snarky.
I want to be real snarky. No, then I
was
walk
great.
out.
I thought it was hilarious.
And you find yourself back out in the hallway of the council hall.
Are the doors closed?
They
Dude, high five. Doing a gold. A poop.
Yeah, we did. High five.
Yeah.
I just can't stand being in the
did
same
it.
room as that guy.
All right, now we gotta go tell them don't drink the booze.
Well, don't make it weird though.
all right.
I'll just start casting message randomly, like as we start getting
Just in every
Yeah, just
direction.
like, don't drink the booze. Don't drink the booze.
As you, what's the range on that?
I think it's only like 100 feet.
Did you tell them where you live?
Yes, I told her to
Yeah.
mark it on the
Okay.
map.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, 120 feet, but yeah.
I made sure
Not
that.
far.
Wait, where do we go?
Guess we could always just hide a booze, right? Hide a cask.
So you all are headed
Yeah.
straight out of there, straight to Aylin's place.
Right?
Yeah.
Because my thought is like, don't destroy evidence.
I'm the same.
Well, we
boat.
can hide a little bit, but we gotta keep most of it.
Aylin Kugal, you've been back at the house now for probably an hour. What would y'all be doing at this point in time?
I'm tidying up.
You cleaning the house?
Yep, I've got guests coming over. I'm tidying up right now.
Okay, and Kugal?
Taking an inventory of what all we've got.
Okay. Are you like writing stuff down or just sort of making mental note?
Just a mental note. Just kind of just peruse and see what all we got.
Okay. Not long after, you hear the sound of conversation outside that sounds like Red and Colt walking up.
Hey.
And are you still continuing to try and message?
Like, probably coming up closer to the house. Like, all right, don't drink the booze.
Who are you sending that to?
Aylin and Kugel. Just, all right.
You hear it like back and forth, one after the other. Don't drink the booze. Don't drink the booze.
I guess we shouldn't drink the booze then.
Did you already have a glass poured?
It's like the box is cut open. Plastic wraps off. Don't drink the booze. Don't drink the booze. Don't drink the booze.
Don't
Do we
drink
not?
the
Do we
booze.
not?
Brandy's
Should we just come
fine.
in?
This
I guess
is the
we-
one case, and it's
I've never been here
beer.
before. It's just not. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you allowed to go into places without being invited?
I think. I think so, but I try not to. Unless I'm invited. That's rude, isn't it?
Not what I was going for, but
Oh well.
I don't. Yeah. Gold's here.
Hi guys, welcome to my home.
Thanks. This is very quaint.
How would you describe the inside of your home?
What's the word? Eclectic.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very eclectic in here. Just random little like weird little decoration. Like I've gotten the parents' stuff out, and it's just my.
Just things you've collected.
Yeah.
Over. What's your favorite thing that you've collected? What's the most prominent thing sitting out on display?
I wasn't prepared for this.
Mhm.
I would
This
have
is a-
researched
this is
like
a-
D&D decorations.
This is an improv moment here.
Is it a
Oh,
fantasy
Alan, I
books?
love that.
I like your fantasy book series. You have over here.
Yeah, do you have the smutty book series on display?
Yeah, so I've got a bookcase with a bunch of like smut on.
Ooh, I heard these were spicy. Is that what,
And then whatever, like if
Lots
there's
of
like a
bookmarks
local
in them.
artisan or something, or like different art
Okay.
on the walls that is like not kind of the norm, but like, oh, that's okay, that's kind of cool.
Okay. Colt, you walk in with Redimir and you kind of taking everything in. It looks the home is clean, it's organized, but it's kind of a bit of like organized chaos in a sense. There's a lot going on, but everything seems to have its place.
Like plants,
and-
I've got plants in here.
Right. There's not a lot of blank space on the walls, but there's not dust really laying on anything. It's clean. Prominently displayed on this kind of big bookcase is a series of books, which now has a new book next to it of erotic poetry. That seems to be a series of fantasy style like love smut books that does have quite a few bookmarks sticking out.
nice place here.
Alan, I didn't know you were into so much
Reading.
reading. But it's very organized. It looks nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
If you guys want to borrow one of the books, just let me know. It's totally
No,
fine.
you seem to have them marked.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, is there? Can we sit down and talk for a bit? Maybe get a drink, or
Yes.
some water or something.
Do not drink the whiskey. The whiskey is evidence. We do not need to drink whiskey.
We haven't opened the
And I'm
whiskey.
just like,
Yeah.
back in it.
Also, we got more. Oh, yeah. Let's sit down. Do you have any booze? Not whiskey.
Brandy.
Or brandy. Sailors say brandy.
I have like 2 bottles of wine, we'll say.
About to be easy, bro.
Well, after we get seated, I guess big old here's what just happened in
Yeah.
for the last hour of what we said and talked about, and then I'll follow up with. So I suppose we're on standby for now.
Are they coming here to get it, or like when do
We're
we
s-
take it to them then, or?
Take it to them, I guess, kind of as soon as we get stuff and drop it off at the council place is kind of what the vibe was.
I was
like the
saying
stuff
that's
here.
a morning test, though.
Oh,
It's-
in the
It's
morning.
dark out. We didn't really specify when.
Yeah, we could drop this off on the way out.
Okay.
Oh, and there's also payment. Hold on.
Yeah, we gotta go.
I'll take out this large pouch and I'll start counting off out 50, and I'll slide to Red, 50, slide
Yes.
to Aelin, and
Thank
slide to Google. And also, the reason we can't drink that wine is Primwater said if we brought it back to him, he'd give us 100 more gold. So,
Yeah.
more payment.
Yes.
Now, that's not to say if you've already taken a few sips, anything wrong with it. I mean, we found it in a smuggler's den, so maybe they
This is-
tested it, you
This
know?
is all they had.
Exactly.
Yeah, we could probably take this on the way out. And, I don't know, use that boat to do what the smugglers did. Load it up out of the cave and take it.
Yeah.
It's funny how we stole from the smugglers. We're working for the man.
It's funny.
So I guess, I don't think there's anything else to it. We just wait till we're called on again.
Also, that pipe was awesome. But you already know that.
Yeah, the pipe helped us seal the deal completely.
Good.
And then while we're back there, we could also look at the well.
Oh, you
if we
want to?
want.
We're Hold on, you lost me there. While we're back
The
there.
well money at the house
Yeah, I know about that, but we're going back?
to get the goods
Weren't
eventually.
you at the meeting?
Yeah, weren't you there?
I thought
Primwater
I thought
said
the
we're
goods
going.
that you had in the cart was what he was talking about.
No, he
there's
wants
a
all of
bunch
that
of other
stuff.
booze there. You just told
the
me
stuff
this.
in the cave.
You all from at least from what I remember grabbed all the booze that was there.
Mm-hmm.
There weren't other trade goods there. Like,
They were all like, they cleared it out. Sam
What's
Belay
the
and his
100
boys.
gold that the reward is?
For the booze
For the
you
booze you
For the
have
booze
Oh,
we
on
have.
you right now.
currently
Yeah.
have. Oh, we don't have to go back to the cottage.
Oh, yeah, I was
I
confused.
misunderstood
I
as
was
well.
confused. Okay.
Sorry, that's on me. I could have
I
been
thought
more
there
clear
was a
with
shit
it.
ton left.
But I mean, if we have downtime, I mean, I'm ready to go wherever. I'm totally down to go check out that well. You want to go look at that well in the morning?
Yeah, I have a feeling it's just gonna be a bunch of copper.
Unless something pressing pops up, because they said they're going to contact us somehow, maybe like mail
The
my
way
house
they
or something.
talked about it, that's like 2 or 3 days of Pickering. And
It probably is.
we'll be here. We'll be walking around.
They probably move at the speed of.
I don't know.
city
We need
council.
to. Well, I mean, after we take this back, I mean, we got stuff to do.
Yeah, there's a little bit of. I'm gonna fix my armor up right now. These plates they're nice, but having to pop them out like that makes them weaker. So I'm gonna do a little tune up in my place.
We got a lot of reading to do.
Can you, like, I don't know if this is necessarily in your line of work. You fix things though, so maybe you could like fix the armor to fit me better that I found.
Maybe. Actually, I could probably. I step close and I like start looking at her arm. Is it covering like your all the way down to your wrists? Is it like weird? Okay. Yeah, I think I could make some alterations to that. When you want it done?
Your soonest convenience. I don't want to burden you though.
Okay. I like to do it when you're with me though, because simply because it might be easier to measure and whatnot.
Yep.
So maybe tomorrow morning you want to come by my place? We'll take care of it.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm gonna head back to my place tonight.
When you reach out and like touch it,
Mhm.
you get like a sensation of magic about it.
Oh, there's some type of arcane stuff going on with this, right?
Is there?
You know, honestly, I just thought it was really pretty when I found it, and that it would probably be close to fitting me. I hadn't really paid that much attention to it just yet, to be completely honest with you.
Come over and like.
And just as a reminder, it is this scale mail armor that has like blue and kind of teal, a blue and teal sheen to it almost, and it is decorated with different fish and shell motifs throughout it.
You should do your thing on it. Your magic, where you're like, I know what this is. After you like sit there for a little bit.
Oh well, I'm hoping I don't need to use any more of my stuff tonight, so I can just do it a lot quicker. Yeah, can you hold out your arm, Alan? Okay, I'll place my hand on it, and I have no idea how to make a technology form of identify. So I'm gonna say, I don't know, maybe one of the vials shifts color a little bit, and that's how I tell.
Sure, yeah, but I mean, even still, throughout your life, a lot of this stuff is just.
You can just kind of tell.
You just have this weird feeling that occurs when you interact with something magical.
Okay, now I'm gonna try to hone in on that feeling and see what I sense about this armor, then.
Okay. So are you casting like an identify
Spell slot style. So
spell slot? Okay. So this seems to give you feel like this is made for being on the sea. This is some magic armor that was crafted for someone who in their entire livelihood is on the water. Because when one is wearing this full suit of armor, their swimming speed is the same as their regular movement speed. They can swim fast as hell, and whenever they start if they are in combat and are unconscious underwater, the armor will automatically raise you 60 feet towards the surface.
Wow.
I'll kind of just giggle to myself while holding this armor and just. Hey, Lynn, how heavy is this? Does this feel heavy?
No.
Not at all. The whole suit feels lightweight.
I mean,
No heavier than any other kind of like
yeah, it's
suit
just
of armor.
Like, Normal?
It is. It consists of an overcoat and leggings made of leather, and it's covered with these overlapping pieces of metal, like the scales of a fish almost. So it's not super heavy.
It's like fine.
That's an ironic piece of armor is what I was thinking. Apparently it's good with water. You can swim damn fast while wearing it.
It's like Valkyr himself made it and had it there ready for me. He must have gotten my measurements wrong, though. I mean, it happens. Mistakes happen. I understand.
Maybe. Also, if for whatever reason you go unconscious underwater, which hopefully will never, ever, ever happen,
I agree.
kind of works like an inner tube. Just keeps popping up towards the surface.
Fascinating.
Wow.
Got that life
Nice.
vest.
Yeah.
It's
Cool.
pretty neat. Made for the ocean or swimming or water.
Valkyr himself. How about that? Twice in one day, and I didn't even know.
Yeah, Valkyr. Right, Valkyr.
Praise be.
Praise be to Valkyr.
And I'm going to add this to your inventory,
Yay.
Aelin.
Check for like inscriptions at the back of it, so like Amber Heard or something, like Aquaman or something. Oops.
Oh, I die. Nothing there.
From-
I check like.
From the Johnny Depths.
Oh,
no!
Did you just say the Johnny
The
Depths?
Johnny Depths.
pretty good.
He's still in his
Pretty-
thunder.
Oh,
That was good.
like Aquaman, Thunder. We can just go all night. Anyway, well, that's fascinating. Who'd have thought? Underwater armor.
A lot of good things we got out of that place, as
Yeah.
well as a
Yes.
lot of scary stuff. Still worried about undead so close to town.
Well, there's less of it now,
It's true.
thanks to us.
No place stays that way.
Probably not.
But why you say that?
There's always nefarious things that going on around here. It seems like. I mean, I'm not even from here, and it seems like this place is.
Nah, this isn't that normal. It's more so
Have I ever told you about the bridge in town that makes me feel weird? Like, I don't know.
bridge in town that makes you feel. Well,
Yeah, the number 10, the 10 bridge. It's like every time I walk on it, it's like, this fucking sucks. Doesn't feel good.
I am such
Huh?
you feeling good over there, Aelin? What was that?
Your seawater armor.
My AC is so high now.
You're gonna have a high utility bill.
Oh, Aelin, what's your armor class?
18.
If you had to rate yourself 1 through 20,
X.
18.
Oh, you could be up in the front line with me. High five. Samesies. Now we got
Couple
two
of-
protectors for our team.
all right, Dak.
Did you guys see Derek on the way out, by the way?
No, we did not. Did
Yeah,
you?
they kind
We
of just
did,
let us
yeah.
through. Yeah.
That guy. We should have him on an adventure.
He
Who's
said he wanted to go on one.
We should bring him next time.
who was Derek again?
You
The whole guy.
That's why I just did this.
Got the,
You do remember
He's
when you
obs-
passed through the gate going out, you didn't see anybody or necessarily hear anything distinct, but you did hear like an argument happening inside the gatehouse itself, and you're not sure what it was about, but there was someone talking shop.
remember the guy who's obsessed with Aelin? Blonde dude?
Oh, the tea thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a.
Tea.
What is that?
Drugs.
That's some thieves' cant thing or something?
Tea drugs.
It's like how many chickens are in the tea pens
I
or
kind of look you guys over right now. And...
what?
You like what you see?
Yeah.
So here's the thing, okay? We're gonna. This is like an adventuring group now, right? Like we're gonna hang out with each other and.
Yeah. Remember we made the. I asked y'all, and y'all were like, "Yeah, let's do it." Remember?
Or Whiskey Will's Pirates. Or
Well,
whatever.
here's the thing though. Sometimes you share a lot though, don't you?
Oh yeah. Honesty's the best policy, ain't it?
Not always.
What are we getting at?
If I tell you something, I need to know that you won't repeat it to anyone not us. If not, then I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
Unless magically forced to.
Let me just hold on a second.
You know what
Okay,
you should...
I can do that.
I was going to say,
Sure.
why don't you tell him first, and then he'll let you know if he can keep it a secret.
Then he'll already know. I
That's
need you to know if you
funnier
can,
that
if you can control the urge.
Don't talk about the tea. I can do that.
Okay.
I'm just kind of bad at throwing stuff away. That's my biggest problem.
I smuggle in tea. Well, we smuggle in tea.
He just said don't talk about the tea.
Is tea illegal?
He said that I could talk about the tea. That his biggest issue is that he doesn't like to get rid of anything.
It's very true. I'm a big hoarder. I'll admit it.
What's your house look like?
It's
No.
it's
Alright,
it's messy.
we're fine.
It's got room. I mean, it's
Sorry.
just messy.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's not just any tea though.
Oh, is it like psychedelics tea?
It is.
Oh,
It's illegal.
oh.
Yeah.
What's it? Is it like? Does it just make you feel good? Is it feel good tea, or is it like
The
anger tea?
I've seen some
Opal,
stuff
yeah.
out there on the ocean.
Opal vine. Opal vine. I had to look it up.
Certain sailors, they're depressed, they hate fishing.
Oh,
So that's part of what my side hustle is.
I got you. That's okay. Do you have you just like sell it to whoever, or how do you got any smuggling
That's-
codes with that?
Some connections. I have some direct people who buy from us.
So if a man came to you sweating and you know he's a family man and he was like, I just need a little more tea, just a bit more tea, you'd like be like, oh sure
I don't know
man,
if
and you
it
just hit him
does
up.
Well, there's really
Here's
no,
your local
it's
tea
not,
house,
it's,
sir.
It's not well known. It's
Oh,
only very trusted. Derek, for example.
That's why Derek's
oh,
obsessed
he
with
looks like
it.
a tea user, I guess. Okay, all right. Well, if that's your thing, that's your thing. As long as it's not hurting people, I'm okay with
No,
that.
yeah.
I assume it's
Not
lucrative, right? And they're like,
Well, this is a family house. I just inherited this.
oh, well.
Yeah, my parents are in Waterdeep, so they were like,
Mm.
"Do you want the house?" And I was like, Psh, "Do I want a free house? Of course I do."
Oh, you got family in Waterdeep, but this place was offered, so you just moved here.
Yeah.
Do you have no ties to Waterdeep at all?
I mean, my parents, but my brother might come home one day, so
Probably
here I am.
easier to smuggle
Oh, that's a good
tea
point.
here versus
Yeah, it might be a little more difficult in the
probably
capital.
higher cost.
Okay, well, neat. I'm glad you shared that, Ailey.
Yeah,
That's
thank
trust.
you.
If I had something worth sharing, I'd probably share it too. But I'm pretty open
Can
book.
we get like a taste? If they're just a little sippy sip. just a little, just a little
Do you want
waft.
some?
Just a little waft. How about a little waft?
Okay,
Was
I'm
it-
going to check my tea stores,
Okay.
and I have some, and I'm making sure to set aside some
Okay.
for Derek,
Mm,
and I'll make some tea for everyone real quick. Just
Okay.
a small serving.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Does it smell terrible?
Oh, none for me though. I appreciate it.
Okay.
I want to make sure I'm in all my wits because we're doing that tonight, right? With the cart when we head back to town.
Tonight?
That's what you told me, and I was like, more, and you're like,
No,
we
I
have
said
to
in
go
the
back
morning.
anyhow.
No, I thought in the morning we'd drop it off at the place at the council hall.
Well, it was in the morning.
And then we'd take the boat to go get more, but apparently we don't have to take a boat.
Well,
It's this.
They could just handle it in the morning, unless you want to come all the way back here, get the cart, come all the way back.
Well,
to
I mean,
town.
if they're paying us 25 gold each, I'm gonna pull my.
Oh, you won't be there for the payment.
Well, that too. That too, yes. But yeah, I mean, I don't. What else am I gonna do
All right. Well,
besides read? I need to read.
I guess
I mean,
we don't all need to do
I've
that.
got a couch here.
Are you gonna walk home tonight?
Yeah, I planned on it.
Oh.
Are you sleeping here?
You guys
Can he
if
sleep
want,
here?
Yeah. There's 2 couches. You guys can sleep on the couch.
Do you have a workworkshop?
We set up this net
Oh.
as a big hammock for somebody.
See, what if you drink the tea and then you like work all night? That could be a good thing, right?
Do you really think that would help?
I don't know. You
He
tell
don't,
me.
he don't
Try
get no
it.
long
Find
rest.
out.
She's not here to judge. She's just here to supply.
I mean, I'm willing to try it. I suppose if it'll help with what I work on. Okay,
You can try. Yeah.
sure.
Peer
maybe
pressure,
just have a little
peer pressure.
I pour everyone a
like an espresso cup.
Yeah. Of
Yeah.
tea.
Okay. All right. And with that, we're going to take a 10-minute break. So y'all hang out with us. We'll be right back and see what's up with the tea. All right. Y'all hang out. We'll be back in let's say, 10-ish minutes. All right. All right, we're back. God, 10 minutes went really fast. That felt like about 3. I haven't even gotten up out of this seat, so we're in it. We're in it till the end.
We're gonna take another 10-minute break.
Let me change the music back here from our AFK music here.
Kugo, I'm gonna give you my bedroll if it's okay with you, as well as my rations to put in the bag of
So
holding.
I guess I am your servant.
Ooh.
You guys are giving me such a hard time about me not sharing.
No.
Me saying,
Bedroll
it's
and-
Kugel's, I don't want to
Alright.
use it.
I'm gonna come to Aelin on this one, on her side. You do have the bag.
Yes.
I
Bedroll and
And
What's on your side on this one? It's like he's got the storage.
three
It's unlimited storage.
three
Also.
servings of rations.
So yes, you would all be able to sell your anything that you are selling, just like in town. You'll get half of what the gold amount is in the handbook,
Okay.
and you are more than welcome to do that now. You can do it at during our off time between now and next session, whichever you prefer.
25.
So stream, this is, we're doing some downtime. The players, the characters here are going to have about
Everybody
2 days of
adds
downtime.
6 gold from the 2 books I sold.
6 gold.
6 gold, everybody. Congrats. Because I got 7, so I keep the change.
I'm selling my old leather, so I'm also collecting an additional 5.
There you go. For you or for everybody?
So
Those
we're
are my clothes.
we're in. So we've already gone through having the psychedelics. and
Yeah,
stuff
how'd the
and,
tea go?
Yeah, how
We're-
did the tea
how'd the
go?
tea
We're
go?
gonna circle back
Circle
to
back.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure y'all were good with what y'all were gonna do here first. So when you know what? Let's change this music a little bit here.
I'm barely not encumbered anymore now.
Same life over here.
You can pick up a candle.
Pretty much.
Dude, I got 9 pounds of breathing room.
Must be nice. 1.5 pounds.
Oh, jeez.
Meanwhile, I'm like Baldur's Gate on my pallet, and I'm like, do you have any more chests that I can hold in my inventory?
If I can complain one thing about BG3, I may not know it, but I wish there was a way to like consolidate your inventory, like tighten it up.
You can.
Is there a way?
I will
No,
tell
that
you.
is
I'll tell you the secrets
cool.
after this. So, you all start to wind down for the evening, and you sip your tea, your poison.
Always watching tea.
And you exactly, yeah.
Whoops.
Things start to get sloppy real quick.
we learned Red is a bit of a giggler.
I need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage, por favor.
Well, that's already bad.
Cons with disadvantage. Oh, jeez.
We'll start off with
The
an
second one was worse.
Oh, no.
9.
7.
7.
8.
Single digits all around. All right. It's party time. All right. So for the sake of time, I'm not going to go into too much detail necessarily individually, but you all have your own individual kind of experiences, but it all just sort of like meshes, fades from one into another. In one moment, in one memory, you are all sitting there around the table, talking with each other, kind of opening up a little bit as things kind of get a little more loose. But Kugal, time and space just starts to distort. And you start to see, you like lock in on Aylin's bookcase. And the effects hit you first, and you can swear you hear somebody saying your name, like trying to get your attention, but it just sort of echoes into the distance of space and time. And the books start to just melt, and they turn into just a puddle and seep down the bookcase, down onto the floor, and then they go through the floor, which opens up into this purple and blue and teal vortex. And you feel yourself fall forward into this vortex for what feels like 30 years.
Wow.
Where did you get the tea? I thought we had a little.
Red, you are having conversation with everybody, and you kind of elbow Kugal a little bit to the side to laugh about something, and you just see he's just staring at the bookcase. And when you turn back over to Aelin to ask her what is going on with Kugal, you find yourself standing in a magical forest.
Oh.
And there are trees, but instead of them being trees, they're mushrooms. And they are every color that you could possibly imagine. Colors that you've never even seen before, and that don't even have a name. And as you make your way through them, you see smaller mushroom creatures clinging from the underside and the fins and the gills of the mushrooms as they breathe in and out. And they're looking at you and saying, and you turn and you see one smaller mushroom creature that looks at you, and just its mouth just opens incredibly wide and just screams at you.
Oh no, it's a bad trip. Not a great trip.
Aelin, you find yourself dozing off, and when you come to, everyone's gone. No one's in your home. And you stand up and you walk around, and everything is as it was when they were there. Cups are on the table, and when you go to pick up, and it's, you just get this urge, everyone's gone, I need to clean up, I need to clean. But when you go to pick up the cup, it's made of cake, and it just mushes in your hand. And you said, this isn't right. There's something wrong with this, but I need to wash this off my hand. So you grab a towel, and it's also cake. Everything is cake. And you find yourself sinking into the floor because it's also cake.
Oh no.
Your world is cake. It's delicious and terrifying all at the same
It
time.
was better than Red's trip so far. I screamed it.
Colt, you are sitting at the table, also enjoying this conversation, as you're the last to kind of drift into oblivion. And that you do. The room, all the lights in the room go dark. And you lose all visibility. But you can still feel yourself sitting there in the room.
I exist.
And for a while, you're there with your thoughts. And just as it starts to reach a point of being overwhelming, the lights, you start to be able to see again. And you see that your hands have transformed. And it's everything you wanted, but nothing you wanted, as your fingers are all now forks. And as you take the forks and look at them, almost a little frightened, the forks have smaller forks attached to them. Each fork is its own fork. And you're able to use this, and you start tinkering with your own body. And you're moving things around and shifting things until your whole arms are forks. Everything is forks.
This isn't the bionic body I wanted.
And so you all are in your own universes for what feels like eternity, but also the blink of an eye as you lose consciousness and wake up in various places around Aelin's home in the morning as the sun first crests over the east side of the home, shining through a window and directly on to your face. Colt kind of snapping you back into the land of the living.
Oh, it's day. And they're sleeping. Guys, are y'all? Hey, good morning. I think.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, what happened last night?
I'm propped up on the bookshelf and have like a dish towel.
That tea was something.
It's cake everywhere. It was great. Everything was
You
cake.
just gotta go touch them.
I
don't know why Derek likes this.
I think it's inspiration, but it wasn't the kind I was hoping for. I don't want to do that again. Thank you for the offer, though, but that's one and done.
Correct.
Are we okay right now?
Yeah.
Like, no exhaustion stuff or anything? Okay.
You're not suffering any kind of negative effects. It still feels like you got a good night's sleep. Maybe you stayed up a little too late. You don't feel like tip top. Let's like carpe diem type feeling. But you don't feel crappy. You don't feel cruddy.
Well, I know I'm hungry at least. Aelin, do you mind if we have a little bite to eat here?
Dude,
Yeah.
I've got Waffle
Was it
House
a
money.
long rest?
Yes, you would gain the benefits of a long rest.
Mikasa,
Yeah.
Sukasa.
Do you feel like making breakfast? Is there like food and
Yeah, I guess we could go have we can go drop off the food maybe and go to eat somewhere if you guys want instead.
some food first.
Waffle House.
Yeah, I don't want to eat with a cart full of wine outside.
Right.
If
We would
we're
need to-
delivering, we deliver. Then we do whatever.
Brandy.
Oh yeah, brandy. That's harder stuff.
Whatever booze it is.
Yeah. Some sort of poison for the body that we ingested.
Y'all been here? Who's got the best food?
Well, I thought it was. You've been in there before, but after the rat attack, I'm a little in the air.
It's not either
What about where
that.
you're staying at with your old whiskey?
Whiskey Wells?
Yeah,
You mean at the Margaritaville?
yeah. That sounds nice.
So you would all have a pretty good idea of where to go. I'm pulling everything back up here real quick.
Does the green market have little barbecue hibachis and stuff in front of
Yeah,
them?
more than likely it would be at some street food,
Street meat.
like the D&D equivalent of some food trucks, parked out there.
Yeah, let's not eat at the rat place.
The worker goat or the empty net.
So probably the empty net or the snapping line is probably the most. I would say the snapping line is probably the most, the least shady.
You in the mood for fish? That's a joke because of where we live. It's
I was
always
like, always.
Yeah,
It's all
breakfast fish.
You know that place is run by a nice woman named Hannah Rist, and they have the thing that they are known for is their.
Is it the fish?
Was that the big breakfast?
It's not the big breakfast.
The big breakfast.
They make a spirit from lobster meat called claw wine.
And potatoes.
And
Is it good?
Probably not.
Is it surprisingly delicious?
Probably fishy.
Yeah, it's made from lobster meat and potatoes. It's it's for the streets for sure. But it's an acquired taste. But it's also the place that's most visited by like sailors and people who are
chest on your hair.
You know, it's not like a seedy type place. And the Wicker Goat is great, but it definitely it's the oldest place in town, and it caters more to like that's kind of where all the loyalist type people hang out, and the town guard and stuff like that.
What's that place called?
The Wicker Goat.
If I had a preference, I'd probably pick the Wicker Goat. Honestly.
You want to do the clone wine and the snapping?
Oh, I don't want none but water for the next like 8 days at least. Not even alcohol.
Was that bad?
It was weird, Aylin. I don't know how to put it. It was weird.
It's not a great.
It was an inspiration of the wrong type. If I wanted to be like some fancy science chef, maybe, but I'm not interested in that.
Mine was great. Literally everything.
You're a
And I'm just picking up
gastronomist.
random things was cake. The ground was cake.
I could see how
The
that could
bookshelf
be,
was cake.
I could see how
glass
that
was
could be a
cake.
nightmare.
But the bookshelf melted though.
No, I ate it.
That explains so much.
It was delicious.
It's not good.
Did you actually eat? I didn't check. Did you eat pieces of your furniture?
I
Yeah,
think
the
in
claw or bite
my
marks.
mind, in my mind, it was just everything was cake.
Oh. Huh.
Well, thanks for not eating me
Yeah,
or
no
us.
No problem.
Yeah, nobody has any bite marks on them or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Not missing a finger.
Well, I guess if we're all heading out, we deliver the wine, then we go get some eats.
Yeah, I guess that's efficient.
Okay. So we're gonna kind of
No,
fast
the booze,
forward
the whiskey.
through a lot of that, right? No need to role play Waffle House.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you are able to drop off the goods with the guards at the town hall, the council hall,
Plus 25 gold each.
plus 25 gold each.
Another thing off the list.
And 2 days are about to pass.
So that's 3 total then. Last night.
Yes.
I've already got my shopping out of the way. I'm good to go on that.
Okay.
Do you
We
also-
talked off camera about some of the stuff that we were wanting to do during that time. Is there anything that anybody would like to do to act? Yes, act on that.
I want to go see Mona.
Okay. How do you bring that up with the rest of your group here?
Hey you guys, so I was kind of having a little bit of buyer's remorse. Well, rather lack of buying.
So you want to
The
buy
bird.
things.
And
Of the
so
bird.
I've heard that there's a lady named Mona who's a noble woman who has a hookup. She knows someone. So I'm gonna go talk to Mona and see about maybe getting me a pet.
What about that weird twirly mustache guy we ran into?
Yeah, the bird.
That's what I was saying. I kind of regretted not buying one.
Oh.
So I'm gonna.
What kind
Oh,
of
bless
what
you.
kind of pet do you want to buy?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna see what's available.
Are you gonna leave the pet at home? So it'll
Depending
destroy
on
your
what it
couch.
is. Well, I mean, maybe I'll like. If
Take
it's
them
like a
with us.
dog, then I can either say, "Hey, you can come here. You can, stay here. Here's your outside house." And make like a really nice. I've got a lot of gold now, so I could really like invest in a nice outdoor home for it.
I read about these. You're looking for familiar. I got you.
Yeah, 100%.
That's useful. It's useful stuff.
I'm willing to spend practically all of my money on it.
That's wow. All right. Well, that,
Go familiar or what?
I don't know. Just
some folks got the ability to see through like critters' eyes and whatnot. I bet Aylin's got something up her sleeve for that.
no.
She's probably just keeping it anyway.
Sounds
just
like
thought
she
it'd
wants
be
a
really
bird
cool.
or a
I
dog.
don't
or
know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna see what
an
they
animal.
have, what Mona knows about.
So you were in the conversations you had. You were given a name and an address. The name that you were given was Mona Gothwin. Gothwin. Colt and Red. Both of you roll a history check for me.
18.
Okay.
12.
Okay. The name sounds familiar to you. It definitely, you've heard of the Gothwin family before. There's not a whole lot of hoity-toity noble people in Saltmarsh, for sure, but more than you care to keep up with. The name definitely rings a bell with you, and almost prompts you to look into some of the things that you pulled off of the bulletin board.
What was that name again?
Mona Gothwin?
Or, I'm sorry, Mona, I think it actually was Dugal. My apologies.
Mona Dugal.
Dugal. This Mona Dugal?
What did she need help with?
She wants a few individuals willing to perform light work for a day. Someone run a few errands, help with my darling boy for the day. And this is what she sounds like. These who are able to will be highly rewarded for their efforts. Please bring this. So if you want to do her chores, here you go.
Which the information you got was not necessarily tied to that request, but
She's needing
when
help
you
also.
mentioned that name,
That's what
it rang a bell with that. Yeah.
We could be highly rewarded for light work.
Maybe be worth it. Get a little bit of extra coin. as
Guards at the gatehouse. Not her directly. Maybe her gatehouse. Or just guards anywhere. I would love to see Derek again.
I definitely want to go to her, and I'll also inquire about the light work that's needed.
Okay.
But I also, going into the town, I want to give Derek one of the servings of tea. And then I want to go and see Crag about the other 7 servings, because I'm going to restock on my one.
Or are you talking about
Crab.
Crab? Yeah.
Yep. And then we can split the profits of the others.
Okay. We'll circle back to that piece. So Aylin has suggested that as a group y'all go and check out this Mona Dugal situation at breakfast at the Waffle House.
If you guys don't want to go to Mona's, that's totally fine, but I do want to at least inquire about it.
This or to
I'm gonna
like
just
find a
see.
pet?
But both, maybe. I'm going to ask what the help is that she needs, but also be like, I'm not sure I'm entirely interested in that. However, I do want to know what's going on about the pet situation.
It's worth looking into, but I got other plans once we're done eating here, if y'all don't mind. I can go over them now if you want.
And does anybody have any dire want for any of these piles of gold things that I got from the place, such as the golden apple, the golden discs, which were weights, a golden rib, a golden rose? I kind of hold on to the golden skull because I think it's kind of
It's metal. It's metal AF.
It's brutal.
I got
I
no
don't know. Sell it all.
Yeah, I don't know.
Keep a running tally of group
Wait,
money
there
for
was
that.
an apple?
a golden apple.
Yeah, let's keep that in the house, I think. That could be a good decoration. I think that sounds really pretty.
Paperweight, perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah, if
perfect.
you want to.
Real pretty.
And you said half of what the going rate is.
Which I believe I went in and put all of that pricing information into your inventory.
Yeah, I'd be rich.
The golden apple would be so pretty in the house. That's cool. What a great find, honestly.
So 65.
Math.
Yeah.
Colt, what are you looking to do?
I'm probably going to spend the rest of my day at the docks for multiple reasons. One, I know I'm not going to be able to afford a different boat at all, but I need to fix our boat to be more stable for out in the waters, because right now it's a temporary fix.
Okay.
So that's going to be a lot of my time. And I'm also going to inquire about purchasing a wagon that I can artificer. So the idea is I want a wagon
Is this going to be a car? Is
that I
that
can
car
make
was created?
almost compactable to a large crate, so I can put it on our boat.
Okay.
And I feel like I should have the smarts to at least try that.
Okay.
And at least buy and fail if I can.
Like
Okay.
a pocket dimension? Like
No, it's like, it's big. It's super big, but it's not like 4 wheels standing up with the wagon. It's
He's
more
trying
like,
to make Optimus Prime.
It's like the wheels bending up and attaching to the side. And then, like, maybe bending it halfways like this. So it's like a foldable cart. But a real big foldable cart.
Well, let's talk about the logistics of that after the game.
Okay. All right.
I love the creativity, though. I'm not going to say no. I won't say no.
That's the rest of my
Is
day.
it so you can be Andre the Giant and the Princess Bride, where you just get their car in the road?
I just, after our most recent adventure, I saw the need for a cart, and I want to be able to take it across waters. That's my only goal right
So
now.
a boat.
Well, no, if we when we go on land, we want to make multiple trips with whatever we got, right? Need a cart. Or a twice as big bag of holding with a big old mouth so we can drop boxes in it. I don't know how to do that one.
We need a sack of holding.
That's too difficult.
Garbage bag of holding.
That sounds like things.
Mm.
Words.
But y'all, I don't need y'all's help for that stuff. I can handle that.
Oh.
I'm giving you your freedom to do what you want.
Excuse.
Red, you were more than welcome to hang out with me, though.
No, I gotta read.
Oh.
8 gold, 8 gold, 8 gold.
Ooh.
Thanks.
Thank you, Google.
I want to help anyways.
Freaking Coulter more than meets the eye. Okay. Kugal. What would you... Are you accompanying Aelin? Are you kind of going off doing your own thing?
Who else was going to go see Crag?
Aelin expressed interest in speaking with Crag.
I wanna
Oh,
So,
Crab,
That
right?
was-
I thought I was
So there's
talking
Crag and there's Kreb. Crag is the grave digger who is
Kreb.
the lore master. Kreb is your
Smuggler.
contact.
Yeah. We
That's-
need to see Creb.
She was going to see Crab.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And so you're accompanying her for that?
I was going to talk to Crag for a little bit and just kind of pry him a little bit. So, like, hey, this is what I've experienced recently with, some of my powers coming in, the dream that I had, the symbols that on our boat trip back that I was carving in my staff, and it just kind of like, look, does this mean anything to you? This feels weird. This feels wrong. I don't think I'm supposed to know these things, but have you seen this? Do you know where this comes from?
Okay.
Just trying to press him a little bit.
Okay.
We're all on our own.
Yeah. So
Individual adventure.
we will. So the way we're going to do this is I'm going to kind of play out a lot of that stuff individually with y'all throughout the week, just through Discord, behind the scenes.
BTS.
Behind.
But to summarize, your interaction with Crag, and let me give you a mental picture here of Crag. He's kind of like he's in like mid 40s probably, half orc,
He looks badass.
Yeah.
very strong features.
Damn.
And very, I mean, if you're digging graves all the time, you're in shape.
That's
you
Henry
know?
Cavill.
What's that? It's Henry.
That's him. His art.
Yeah.
That actually,
You nailed it.
that's spot on.
Yeah.
Well, here stream. That is, I was trying to think of like a quippy Henry Cavill half orc name. Halfrey Cavill. I don't know. So in speaking with him, he is. Oh, okay. Looking at the runes that you inscribed, he tells you that they look familiar. He's not sure what they mean, but it doesn't look like it's something that's spelled out or a word or anything like that. This looks like some sort of ancient text, some ancient language that is, very rarely recorded, but that he's going to look in and see what he can find about it. He tells you that he is, alongside of tending the graveyard, he manages Eleander Inkwell's library, which is known to be quite impressive and vast. So he does have access to a lot of that, but he's going to have to take some time to dive into that a little bit and look. But he is absolutely very intrigued by this. But he tells you that there is something not necessarily sinister about these runes, but that they don't necessarily evoke like a great feeling with him.
I'll throw him a few gold just to say, like, your time is deeply appreciated, and anything that you can give me.
Okay.
So I'll give him, like, 3 gold.
Okay. Aelin, you said you're going to go see Kreb.
Mm-hmm.
What are you... So you're wanting to kind of do a drop on that.
Mm-hmm.
So that, obviously, as you know, the process is to do that during the evenings in kind of the storage area to the side of the net, the empty net tavern, which you are able to. You've done it dozens of times already. That goes fine. You can add 60 gold into your purse there.
Go. 30 gold for you. I did hook Derek up too, right? You did
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, you always keep a little bit to the side, for your
party time,
customers.
And then from like us, if we ever want to, like, you want to do some tea?
Aelin the drug dealer.
Look, we're here for a good time.
Not a long time, but a good time. Yeah. And Red, what are you looking to do?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to Starbucks and get a coffee, and then
Get that pumpkin spice, bro.
I am gonna change into my normal clothes.
Okay.
The I'm from here clothes.
I belong here clothes.
I belong here clothes.
Okay.
And then just read and then sell the books that done.
Okay.
Jazz. And practice magic here and there.
And your main focus is this card.
Today it's repairs and alterations.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you're fixing up Aelin's armor.
Yeah, that's right. Aelin would have come by in the morning. And maybe, I don't know, an hour spent on that, poking scales and stuff,
Okay.
tethering it better.
Okay.
And then the rest of the whole day would be down at doing dock stuff and cart stuff.
Optimus Prime cart.
If I can go that level,
Gonna be
absolutely. But I don't think I can go that level.
The cart stuff we'll talk more about on the side.
Omnidirectional. It's like a wheels here and here, and it's just a big square, and we roll around however we want.
The man's trying to build a Cybertruck.
Yeah, you need like a ball, not wheels. Because if the wheels face this way and this way, they're not gonna
Where
roll
can I find a
anywhere.
50-pound
go in
circle
balls.
bearing?
Yeah, it would just go. Yeah, it would just go
We
in
make
circles if the wheels are on both sides.
That sounds like a cannonball to me.
You just need a big enough hand. Yeah.
Get 4 of those, mount them on the bottom. Just cornered.
How are you mounting them?
We're doing it.
How do they roll if you mount
We'll figure out the logistics.
them? Okay, all right.
Come on, Elon, you got this. Gonna draw some.
You just need the marble from the oak court mall and just stick it.
Yeah, one of them. Constant water under it somehow. It's like a spell. But we don't have a guy who can do that.
That won't stand out.
There's create one.
It's just constantly just flooding water everywhere.
Pay no
It's like a
attention
slug
to the-
trail.
Pay no attention to the flooded cart.
This is so efficient.
Real. I died. That's so good. So good.
Swinging over back to you, you find yourself standing outside of the De Gaulle residence, which is in the city of Saltmarsh proper. It is quite the estate. It is gated off, and you see there is a single guard standing at the gatehouse itself.
Hello.
Yes, what business have you here?
I'm gonna pretend I took this from you earlier. Okay. I was curious if I could speak to Lady Mona Dugal.
Oh, well, I suppose it's about time. He reaches out.
Magic.
Yes, this seems like the real deal. All right, please, this way. And opens the gate and beckons you into this large estate. Once you are inside, the guard kind of hands you off almost to what looks like a butler of some sort. And he's standing like this. Yes, let me go grab the lady for you. I will be right back.
Thank you.
And you hear him sort of saunter off, and see him saunter off rather. And, Madame Dugal! And he disappears behind that door for a moment. And a few minutes later, you hear the doors open, and a woman walks out who is, I mean, dressed nobly to the T. Like, big, flowery dress, puffy, this kind of long, flowing hair that's sort of done back up in the back here, probably in her late 50s, you would say, and you hear her say, "Oh, finally, please, yes, please, I'm so glad you are here to help. Oh, Alexander told me that you were here to help me with my sweet darling boy."
I came to inquire about that and another matter. But what was what do you mean by helping with your darling boy?
I need you to take sweet Nicholas out and about the town for some exercise, and I have a few errands that need to be run as well. I've got so much going on. There's this party we're planning for, and I just don't have the time.
Who's Nicholas?
Nicholas is my darling boy.
Like your son?
Shaking her. She, you see her turn, and to her right is this big kind of curling staircase that seems to go upstairs, and you hear her say, "Nicholas! Nicholas!" And it, I mean, is almost instant. You hear and then like nails sliding on tile, like, and you hear a boom boom as you see this large dog kind of bump
like
into
a Great
the railing
Dane?
on the top and just sort of blah, blah, blah,
yeah.
down and run straight toward Lady Mona and jump. Gigantic dog, and she, "Oh, my darling Nicholas, what a sweet boy," and is all the dog kisses and all.
I'll
the
do
love
it.
is
I'll take
happening.
the doggy for a walk.
And so instead of this kind of what you had originally thought of maybe like a child or something,
wanna take her up
is this huge mastiff-sized dog that has now barreled down the stairs and into the arms of this woman. But something looks kind of. This doesn't look like a regular dog. It looks like some kind of weird mixed breed, like Great Dane mixed with a jackal.
Wow.
Like pointy ears, very pronounced snout, but just gigantic but muscular. And you see it just the happiest dog you've ever seen. She puts him down, and he sits right at her feet and is just looking up at her. And we're going to pan the camera from there back over to Red. What are we doing, Mr. Reddermere?
Got my books, reading.
Anything in particular?
Just any of the ones that we got.
This is my poetry book then.
No, that one stayed true.
This is the mysterious book with the symbol of the skull on the spine.
That and like the drug math book and stuff. Just going through those to see what we got. The psychedelics of mathematical properties of psychedelic math or whatever the book titles were called. Just going through them. I got my vanilla latte.
Your Starbies.
Whatever we got.
Colt, still the same. No change there.
It's like a whole day for repairs, I imagine. So
Yep.
yeah, that's the
Okay.
plan.
Kugal?
I'd wander through the market because I occasionally have a little booth to move trinkets and stuff and check with my friend UE or Uneven Evelyn.
Yep,
That's
Uneven Evelyn.
But she hasn't really come up yet. But she's my neighbor booth or my booth neighbor, and they're like I kind of check on the goings and comings lately, a little gossip of what's going on around town.
Okay.
Get the tea.
Hot goss.
Yes.
Love it.
Camera panning back to you, Aelin. Lady Mona has now explained to you she needs somebody to walk Nicholas throughout the town. And at the same time, there are a few things that she needs to have picked up from the market. She seemed to think that maybe there would be more than just one person there. You're going to have your hands quite full. I need you to. There's a painting that I need you to pick up. There is a crate that needs to be brought back, and there is a music box that I need you to pick up and bring back, please. And you will be very well compensated, I promise.
Crate, music box, and what else was it? A painting. How
And
much?
the way she describes this painting, it's like a 4 foot by 3 foot painting. It's a big painting.
Wow.
What's the pay for such a job?
Well, it depends on the state of the items you bring back to me. If they're in one piece and you can bring me my Nicholas back safe and unharmed.
Perfect.
I only have one Nicholas.
perfect situation here. What are we talking? Everything's.
Let's just say it would be monetary. And assuming everything goes perfectly, I may have a little something extra for you.
And is Nicholas? Is he trained to walk on the lead? Like, he's rather large. Honestly, I'm already kind of. I fancy him. He's just.
He
Beautiful.
is the best boy. The best.
And the door punching
And-
powers. Gotta need. Yeah.
And she pulls out from a drawer to the side of her a very fancy silk leash that she then attaches to his collar. And when it does, you almost see kind of a bit of a little shimmer almost. There's nothing. Actually, make an insight check for me.
Natural 20.
Wow.
Okay.
26.
All right.
Wow.
There is nothing about this woman and her interaction and this conversation that would lead you to believe that this woman would not pay well for a job well done.
Okay. Lady Mona, one last question before I take your darling boy for a walk about the town. Is it all right if when I return there are a few more individuals with me? I just want to ensure that while I'm getting your belongings for the party, that nothing gets damaged.
Oh,
So I
yeah,
may
I would-
grab some friends to help me carry it, if that's all right with you.
I would encourage it. I can't promise that I'll multiply the reward.
No.
but-
I'll split it with them.
Then, by all means, if it means you bring my dear boy back to me, and you bring me my items from the market in good shape, then by all means.
And This is a silly question. The leash seems very fancy. He's a big boy. It won't break, will it?
It will not break, but not ever, under any circumstance, ever, when you are walking him, should you let go of the leash.
Okay.
Sounds like a dire warning.
I know. Okay. Got it.
Wonderful! Thank you so
Oh,
much.
boy.
I'm just so buried under all of this stuff I have to do. This party has to go off flawlessly.
Dog's gonna kill somebody.
So I want to, when I
let
take the
go.
leash, I want to tie it onto my wrist so it's impossible for me to let go. This dog is staying with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So make a survival check for me, and because this is going to basically dictate how good of a knot you tie.
Inspiration.
Okay.
There you go.
You saw what they both were.
It did bounce off the map.
Do I get to re-roll? Because it... 6.
Okay.
I rolled a 1 and then a 2.
It's got to rely on
Or
pure
a 2
grip.
and then a 1.
You
Just
you
rip
feel
it.
like you tie a pretty good knot.
I do what I do with our dogs. And I wrap it around my wrist.
Okay.
So you're gonna take my whole hand off. Just like I'm doing a Lady Obi walk right now.
Okay.
Okay. I just want to be sure that you know, like, I'm treating them like our dogs.
Okay.
You're sticking with me.
Is it your mace hand or your shield hand?
Whichever one is my stronger one.
That's your dominant hand.
My right hand.
Right. Okay. All right. And with that, I know we're about 20 minutes early, but this is probably going to be about as good as any spot to call this right now, so that we don't go super over.
You're about to go on an adventure, it sounds like.
Hell beast.
Yeah, he's going to shift into something else.
I don't know.
Just gets
Find
pissed
out.
at like anything wearing a hat. Like gets real aggressive or something.
Hates humans.
Fuck that hat. Yeah.
Squirrels.
Oh man. Yeah, that was fun. That felt good to.
We did drugs.
Y'all did drugs. I didn't expect y'all to do drugs, but y'all did drugs.
I didn't expect to do drugs.
Now you're a degenerate just like the rest of us.
And we got to see Derek. Well, y'all saw Derek.
Are you sad that you weren't there to see Derek?
Y'all didn't tell me about it, then no. Red is not sad.
I did. We did.
Oh, then Red's definitely sad.
Oh my
For
gosh.
sure.
All right. Well, I think that is going to be where we'll go ahead and bid you all farewell until our next session. Now, before we go, we're close. We're close to the other campaign, right?
We're close to where we're ordering our miniatures, or have already ordered them. We had our session 0. Now, it's just tick-tock until day 1 of campaign time, which is going to be... No, I'll make it a little early. I think it was the 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. Am I accurate on that?
That sounds right.
I think it was...
That is correct.
Yep, the 22nd. This month is when we officially start.
And that is... Tell us about that. What's happening with that campaign?
We are doing, I think it's Fendelver Beneath the Shattered Obelisk. Is its full title.
You got it. That was the first time.
We have an interesting group lined up for it. You got our DM here who's still who's going to be in it as a player. I will be DMing that one. And then we have a returning player from some of our previous campaigns. I don't know if a lot of folks should remember Stubbs. He'll be joining us again.
Oh, nice.
Stubbs. A returning person from our Avernus campaign. He did his first full campaign. He's come back for another one, and that will be Ming. And then we have one new guy who's become obsessed with watching D&D and studying D&D since I told him about it. And this will be his first campaign period. That will be Mr. Davis. So... got a neat crew lined up. I'm really excited. Our session 0 went really well. Everyone's already meshing day 1, so I look forward to see what you guys can do.
And that's going to be an interesting campaign because that is The Lost Mines of Phandelver is known to be like the quintessential D&D starter campaign, and now they have taken it and expanded upon it and created an entire level 1 to 12 adventure from it.
Yep. And supposedly, it's most likely, almost absolutely, it is the Lost Mines of Phandelver up to the end.
Yep.
So we'll probably be going through that. You get to see that going on, and then
So
the brand new
excited.
stuff.
You have no idea how tempted I've been to just like I want to know more about it,
Yeah.
because that is absolutely the camp. Like if it was like, JD, it's time for you to figure out what the next campaign is, like that's the one I would want to do. So that actually makes me a little more excited that I'm gonna like that I get to play it instead of DM it.
Yeah, I'm honestly, I would love to see what happens as well, because it's not out yet. I don't know how the second. I'll say I know how the first part goes pretty well, but the rest, no, we're up in there. We'll see what happens.
Right. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So we will be back not next Friday, but the following Friday with the continuation of Saltmarsh, and then the following week we will be doing episode 1 of Shattered Obelisk.
It'll be every Friday D&D.
Every Friday, live D&D. Love it. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a fantastic Labor Day weekend, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.